What's going on, guys? Agent Psycho here. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be covering some new character design. Ba-ba-ba-bum. So we've got some really cool new mascots, which I've spotted on the Discord. So why not better to get them all together? And before I get into all of it, all these mascot designs what are featured, other than one, are actually on Twitter right now for a poll, and also on the Discord. So make sure to go to the Moose and Polo Discord and also the Moose and Polo Twitter to pitch in your vote and hopefully get the design you like. Okay, so in first place we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are all concept art for the squad, which will be Clockwatchers design. And you'll see here that number 1 and number 4 seem to very much, and number 5 as well, all seem to really cross over into what the final design for at least what Clockwatchers' crew is, which is a very key thing to note. Just his squad, because there'll be other ones. But yeah, I think they're really cool. I really like number 2. I think the only problem is you can see those goggles, which are very present on the other designs here. Her ones don't seem to really be on the top, and I think those aviator goggles and the bandana would have been chef's kiss. A bit like number 6. I think it would look really cool. But either way, we've got some nice designs here, which some of the notes on here are too small for me to read, but I'll try my best to do it for you. So let's go through the PSA, which is the Protectors of Space and Air, which is Captain Clockwatcher's crew. So we've got Commander Chrono. She is supporting the crew of the airship and often the hero of the story, saving Clockwatcher but not getting any of the credit, meticulous in detail, keeping track of things and saving Clockwatcher from himself most of the time. Hopefully Commander Chrono gets some credit that she deserves. That's not. I'm saving, Captain Clockwatcher all the time and not getting it. I guess she might be very humble, but I don't know. I think she deserves some praise for that. But yeah, we've got some notes which I can read in terms of Commander Chrono, and I'm loving the scar as someone who's a character design geek. But sky blue chosen at the water element colours, brilliant. Normally, the light blue colour is associated with futuristic. So the fact that we're going to space and stuff like that, and there's all these kind of steampunk gear, also works out. Besides the blue, but her work can be dangerous, and she has a scar from past experiences. Be interesting to know what the lore is behind that. Maybe that past experience is one of the Stoats, because I think one thing is confirmed, that the enemy is the Stoats, even though the Stoats think in their eyes they're the good guys. Maybe they might have slashed her on the cheek with a sword, or in some past venture protecting space and act. A bit like Doctor Who, really. But yeah, we've got a remote communication device to contact the rest of the queue. Pretty brilliant. I have nothing but praise for Commander Chrono, and I'm loving that design. But we got a bit of lore, I suppose, for all 3 of these characters. So I think this is the entire crew. Yeah, in terms of, the Protectors of the Space and Air, because they don't have the other medals, which is Protectors of Land and Sea and Protectors of Balance and Joy, I think that says. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the main captain here, who is Captain Clockwatcher, the owner and pilot of the ship. Like other Kakapo, the dream of flying, a Matt Berry type. Oh, I love this. Matt Berry. If you don't know who Matt Berry is, definitely search him up. He's an absolute icon. He was in a show I like very much called Mighty Boosh. It's a British comedy. I definitely recommend watching that. And he's gotta love Matt Berry. type character who's steadfastly confident in his own abilities even when he's wrong, which is most of the time. Hyperbolic, exaggerated sense of importance and self-confidence. Think he's a god's gift to the island, though he is consistently messes everything up. So we basically meet a very egotistical Captain Clockwatcher who kind of really only cares for himself. Kind of gives me sort of a J.J. Jameson sort of vibe. I do think there are some glimpses of humanity left in him, which is something I loved about the J.J. Jameson character. If you watch some of the shows and stuff, like, yes, he can be a bit of a jerk, but there are some moments where he kind of shows he's human and has some sort of humanity. But moving on to Admiral Antique, she is the head of the PCA, the boss of both Clockwatcher and Crone, injured in the future on an adventure. So it's important they say here, injured in the future on an adventure. So it's already telling us like a foreshadowment of the future before it's even happened. See, that's the weird part about the time travel thing. The future is the present. You know, it's very wacky. But anyway, I'll carry on. Injured in the future on an adventure with Captain Clockwatcher, anxious about the future and potential butterfly effects of the time traveling breaking the universe. Consistently the voice of reason and the true hero of the story as an Admiral Antique is a humble but powerful force. So basically, Captain Clockwatcher should be what Admiral Antique is. And she is in charge of the entire squad. But yeah, she's the boss of the boss. So I cannot wait for this whole squad. This is going to be awesome. I'm also really excited to see the PLS and the PBJ, peanut butter jelly. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Moving on to our new character, which is a bit of a sensei sort of character who works in the pizza shop. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. So as for these ones, these are on Twitter. So if you want to head over to Twitter right now, pause this video. I'll wait. There we go. Are you back? Are you back? Welcome back. You can, you know, vote for which one is your favourite, really. Which is, yeah. Personally, I really liked number 4. I just like the eyebrows on number 4. I like the very swoopy sort of apron. I do also like number 2's apron, but it's just not really fitting with me. Also, 4 has the fishnet on the arm, and I really like the fishnets. I think the fishnets on the arm, it's the same what 1 has. For some reason, 3 just went, yep, I don't want that. I like the buttons on the chest, but yeah. The last slide, I'm pretty sure on this. Oh no, there's one more after this. But hat variations. Hat A, Hat B, Hat C, Hat D, Hat E. So at the minute of recording this, Hat E is currently winning the vote. I voted for Hat B, I think it was. I like B. B is pretty cool. You know, I also like Hat C. Look, it does make him look a bit like an admiral, though, rather than a sensei chef. But so yeah, Hat A and Hat E are pretty cool. I can see why people are picking Hat E, but I like Hat B as well because it's just cool. It's just cool. I like the black hat. Just pleases me a bit more. And last but not least, the Remu pet. So we saw the Remu pet quite a while back, but it seems they've had some. This seems to be some sort of like an atlas, like an animation atlas, to me, which, of course, I don't think it will because, well, it's a 3D game, unless it's 2.5D. I might stand corrected, but yeah, you got like a sort of animation here. As you can see, the glasses drop, and then they come back up. A bit similar to the Puffle animation, I believe, when you found some loot in the ground. I think they flipped glasses down or whatever. But yeah. So that is the Remu pet, and that brings us back to the start. So I hope you enjoyed this video on character design. Hopefully you haven't seen these yet. You probably have, because I'm terrible at staying up to date on things. But yeah, if this has inspired you in any way, make sure to leave in the comments on how they did, and if you want to draw them, make sure to share them on the Discord, and put in the comments what's your favourite, you know, and we can have a conversation about all that. But I gotta go record some more videos for you guys, so until next time, agents, keep an eye out.